In the small village of Azondu, whispers of a mysterious figure filled the air. The animal man. By day, he was an unassuming man named Anish, but by night, he transformed into various animals, wreaking havoc on farms, destroying crops, and terrifying the villagers. Anish's powers were not natural. He had obtained them from a forbidden charm he found in a hidden cave. The charm gave him the ability to shapeshift into any animal he wished, but it came at a cost. His humanity began to slip away. Dear seekers, what would you do if someone in your community had such terrifying powers? Would you try to confront them, or would you leave it to fate? Tell it in the comment section down below. The crisis reached the ears of King Aku, ruler of the village. His once prosperous kingdom now faced famine and chaos. In desperation, the king summoned his council of elders and warriors. This menace must end, he declared, his voice heavy with authority. We shall consult the oracle of Ogbanta. The oracle, a mysterious woman cloaked in white, sat cross-legged in her shrine, surrounded by the flickering light of clay lamps. When the king and his entourage arrived, she closed her eyes and began to chant, her voice echoing eerily. The animal man is not of nature. He is born of greed and dark magic, she revealed. He hides among you in human form. To stop him, you must strike at his heart when he least expects it. Only a pure-hearted hunter can bring him down. Her cryptic words left the council in turmoil. For 4 days, the elders and warriors debated fiercely over who was best suited for the mission. Names were thrown into the air, champions were argued for, and accusations of cowardice flew. The village buzzed with speculation as the scramble for the mission became the talk of the town. Who do you think should be chosen for such a dangerous mission? Someone with strength, experience, or a pure heart? On the 4th evening, the oracle herself unexpectedly appeared at the palace. Her piercing gaze silenced the crowd as she delivered a curious message. The one you seek does not stand before you now. He is a man of few words, but his aim is true, and his heart is pure. He roams the forests even as we speak. Her words pointed unmistakably to Ogbanta, the village's renowned hunter. Do you believe the oracle's choice was right? Would you trust someone so quiet and humble with such a dangerous task? Ogbanta was returning home after a long day in the forest. Slung over his shoulder were 3 rabbits, freshly hunted. His strides were steady as the sun dipped below the horizon. Just as he neared the village outskirts, he saw a group of palace guards approaching, their armor glinting faintly in the fading light. The guards halted when they saw him. Their leader, Okoro, stepped forward. Ogbanta, we have been searching for you. The king commands your presence at the palace immediately. Surprised, Ogbanta adjusted his game bag. The king? What does the king want with me? Okoro smirked. You'll find out soon enough. The matter is urgent. Dear seeker, what would you do if you were in Ogbanta's shoes? Would you go to the palace right away, or would you hesitate? At the palace, Ogbanta knelt before the king and his council. King Ezebub sat with the 2 rabbits placed before him, a faint smile on his lips. Ogbanta, your generosity speaks volumes of your character, the king began. Our people face great peril, and the oracle has spoken. All signs point to you as the one who must save us. The animal man must be stopped. The king handed Ogbanta a sacred bow and arrow blessed by the oracle. This is no ordinary hunt, Ogbanta. The creature you face is not of this world. Will you take on this burden for your people?" Ogbanta rose to his feet, his expression firm. "I will not fail you, my king." "Would you accept such a dangerous mission, knowing it could cost you your life?" That night, as Ogbanta prepared for the hunt, his wife Naoma watched him with tear-filled eyes. She sat on the edge of their mat, her hands trembling as she clutched his quiver of arrows. "Ogbanta," she began, her voice breaking, "must it be you? Let someone else go. What if this beast takes you from me?" Ogbanta knelt before her and held her hands. "Naoma, I understand your fears, but if not me, then who? The people need me. The king has entrusted me with this task. If I do not go, the animal man will destroy everything we hold dear." Tears streamed down Naoma's face. "I cannot lose you. You are my life, the father of our children. Promise me you will come back to us." Ogbanta cupped her face gently. "I promise, Naoma. I will do everything in my power to return. Pray for me, for your prayers are my shield." How would you console someone you love, knowing you may never return from such a mission? Ogbanta began his mission with stealth and precision. By day, he studied the trails left by the animals, which seemed too intelligent to be natural. By night, he laid traps and observed from a distance. One evening, as the full moon bathed the forest in silver light, Ogbanta heard a rustling in the underbrush. He crouched low, his sharp eyes catching sight of a majestic deer stepping into a clearing. Something was off about the creature. It moved with an unnatural grace, and its eyes glowed faintly in the dark. Ogbanta's instincts kicked in. He knocked the sacred arrow, drew back the bowstring, and let it fly. The arrow struck the deer's side, and a blood-curdling scream filled the night air. Before Ogbanta's eyes, the deer transformed into a man-Anish. The cursed charm around his neck glowed brightly before shattering into 1,000 pieces. Do you believe Ogbanta's bravery was enough, or was it fate that led him to success? The villagers, led by the king and his warriors, arrived at the scene. They gasped in shock as Ogbanta recounted the events. The oracle confirmed Anish's story. He had found the charm in a forbidden cave and used it to gain power, but it had consumed him. King Izebub stepped forward, placing a hand on Ogbanta's shoulder. "You have proven your bravery, Ogbanta, and your quick wit has saved us all. Not only did you take on this dangerous mission, but your humility and kindness shine brighter than the fiercest warrior's strength. You are truly a treasure of Umueze." Dearest seeker, what lessons can we learn from Ogbanta's courage and humility? Would you have handled the situation differently?